Jeez.
Hey guys, Dennis here.
Chrissy. Again.
Muddy Water Search and Recovery. And give it a minute for some more to jump on. While that's happening, we have some updates and stuff to talk about real quick. Then we'll jump into an open discussion. First, our thank yous. Thank you for subscribing, for being here. Thank you to our members and the donations. Thank you for jumping in on these discussions. We were discussing it just a few minutes ago, and it seems we learned something new and more information to look into on every one of these. You guys have been awesome with that. Thank you for sharing the content off the channel, off of our social media, etc. That really helps put a lot of attention on these cases.
Hi, everybody. Dan, Amber, Brandon, Brent, Missy, Ponytail, Alex. I think I got everybody.
And overall, just thank you for doing everything that you guys can do as well to help these families find answers and find their missing loved ones. And we want to give another shout out to Kansas Missing and Unsolved. I watched
we actually watched it. Night, yeah.
And they do incredible. I did put a link to their Facebook page in the description. Every Saturday night, they do a podcast live feed. Yeah. And there's another night, I want to say Tuesday night, that they do this, but they do incredible over there.
Yeah.
And then I don't have his permission to say his name yet, but we do have somebody who is actually already on tonight who recently lost a loved one. We've done a video for them, and they were found shortly after.
John. Hi.
So this person, if they want to comment, we'll say their name. But until then, just know you and your families and our thoughts and prayers. If you need anything, we are here. Get a hold of us.
Hi, Jen.
And Jen, I did not get a link over to her Facebook page. We will have to get that added. And she done a great live feed not long ago with the map on Randy Leach's case. And upcoming, obviously, we have a ton of searches coming up. Not just Randy's, but multiple cases. We've got a lot of case updates that we will be catching up on and getting those out to you as well.
Yeah.
The suicide awareness video will be coming out this week, finally.
Yeah.
And then we are working on the behind the scenes video, and we've done something similar before, but this time it's going to be detailed, start to finish, what we do when a case comes in, what we do working on it, what we do when we're preparing to go out for a search. You'll see what equipment that we have that we're using right now, the equipment we still need to get. We are working on that. Hopefully we will have that finished up and out soon. We're also going to do an updated video on Tennessee. We'll recap Aaron Shane Key's case and then spotlight Caitlin Ledbetter, Parker Morris, Courtney Cash, and while we're on Tennessee, Summer Wells. We're also going to start making our own flyers and getting those put out, not only social media and YouTube, but we will be mailing those to businesses in the areas where the missing person's from, so they could get those hung up and get attention on the case there locally as well. Yeah. I've got notes and I lost my place.
You were right there. Now you're right there.
And we've got areas lined up to search on Randy Leach's case, as well as Billy and Mary Black, Crystal Kippard, Justin Seawick. Saturday's meet, and Missy just brought it up. I wish y'all would have taped the meet and greet.
Unfortunately, we can't.
And Alex says, hey gang, my cousin's daughter was the one who was missing a couple days ago. I reached out to Dennis about making a video about her, and he did. Unfortunately, she was found passed away.
Yeah.
And we are very sorry to hear that, Alex. We were hoping for a much better outcome on that.
Yeah.
Missy needs to talk about summer wells. Okay, we'll get that taken care of.
And Ponytail, I'm not sure how they would have managed with this visit.
Yeah, this one would have been hard to have done that. And we will hopefully be doing something similar soon, that we will try to do that. And the ones, Leanne, unfortunately, was not able to make it. Her knee was bothering her from where the horse kicked her. I could only imagine that kind of pain. So she was unable to join us then. So once she is healed up, we will get this together again and be able to visit with her. Then, speaking of meets and filming, live streaming, I've done a poll over on our community page here on YouTube, as well as mentioned it in the Facebook page. We were planning to do a meet and greet event where we invite other teams in, we have vendors come in and just have a weekend of it. And with so many people bringing up town hall type events, we wanted to put it out to you guys on if we should possibly do that instead. We can still invite the teams in. People could still meet the teams. A couple of them would be speaking at this event, but then we can do the open discussion at this event on all the cases that we're working on, any new cases, and just have a full open discussion, have an open mic. People can come up and speak. So far, the ones who have responded are all for that kind of event. So we will let this go for a week, and then whatever you guys have voted on, that's the route we will go.
Yeah. Hi, Tamara.
But we're looking at late August, probably around August 20th when we do this. And we will be live streaming that as well. And I saw somebody mention smash the like button. Number one, we want to thank you for what you guys have done to help us grow as a team. And that team includes all of you guys. And just subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, commenting, sharing videos, sharing flyers, etc. off of our social media, inviting people. That does so much to help us move forward with this. And 100% of donations, what we make off of YouTube, etc., that is what is getting us out in the field to do these searches. It's helping get new equipment, better equipment, some equipment we absolutely need.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for that. Please keep doing that, and we will keep growing together. Next weekend, Easter weekend, we do not have a scheduled search for Easter weekend. There is one thing that if it does come through, then either Friday or Saturday, we will be on a search, but nothing scheduled at the moment. We're hoping you guys all have a happy and healthy Easter. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families who are missing a loved one. Holidays, I know, are very hard. And just know we're here. If you ever need anything, reach out to us. We're here. And also Easter Sunday, there will be no live feed Easter Sunday. Yeah. But this weekend, we did put a lot of miles on the truck this weekend.
Yeah.
We met several people. This included getting permission to search, working to get permission on areas, and trying to piece things together where they fit on these areas.
Yeah.
And I think it was a successful weekend. And I hope it brings about getting answers in Randy's case.
Right.
And I know it seems like I'm shotgunning. I'm trying to get through these real quick. Hey, Craig, how you doing? And Alex, thank you, everyone. It was very sad, fentanyl overdose. I wish people would ask for help and seek help. Absolutely. In Kansas Missing and Unsolved last night on their podcast asked when we will be in the Salina, Kansas area and doing a search for Kenny Riachek. We are making plans to be out there soon, and we will keep you updated on those plans as well. And there's a couple other cases in that immediate area that while we're searching for Randy or for Kenny, there's a chance we may turn up something on one of these other cases as well. But we will keep you guys updated on those plans.
Hi, Craig.
Then we also had more information on Jason Hinton's case. We just done his video just the other day. We saw today that he is an insulin-dependent diabetic, and it's not known if he has his insulin with him, making it even more important for him to be found as soon as possible. And just a quick run through, Jason's missing from Marion County, Kansas since April 5th. 2022, 6'1", 160 pounds, brown hair and blue eyes. His truck was found wrecked and abandoned in Chase County, Kansas, between Florence and Cottonwood off of, I believe it was 50 Highway at mile marker 317. We're going to continue digging into this and doing what we can to try to help bring him back home as soon as possible. And one more thing before I'm done and ready to jump into this. It was brought to my attention Saturday at the meet. I haven't been getting a lot of the messages coming through on my phone. When I got home, I did find the problem and get that fixed. And when I did, messages started pouring through. But we normally get between emails, text messages, phone calls, messenger, etc., around 100 plus messages, phone calls a day, and sometimes more.
Yeah.
So it's going to take me a bit to get caught up on all of those. So if I don't respond soon or one of us don't respond soon, no, we are going to respond. We do have to scan through them to see if this is a family member of a missing person. They do take priority.
Yes.
But from there, we will go through, we do document all the information, the locations, and we will be getting back to you as soon as possible on that. We are going to set up an email just for Muddy Water Search and Recovery. And at that point, everything can go into that. And the three of us will have access to that, and it'll make it more efficient. We can write out the report on the information and respond back and all of that much quicker. So we will update you once we have that set up and everything, but please just be patient. We will get back with you. One person in particular at the meet showed me on the phone where they had sent multiple messages. I didn't have any of those. So at this point, we've got that issue fixed. So we should be good to go.
I think doing it that way would be easier because for some reason your Facebook keeps really messing up.
Yes, our Facebook page, the messages will just be gone. And I try to keep them up, which we document all the information that comes through anyway, but it might be a couple of days, it might be a few weeks or a month, and then one day just there's nothing there. So doing it with this email, I think, is going to be a lot more efficient. So, ladies, y'all got anything to update or anything to add at this point?
I just want to say I apologize for not being able to go and meet with you guys yesterday. I had a lot of stuff to do around the house, and I was spending time with the kids, and again, I did want to be there and meet you guys, but I wasn't able to make it, so I'm sorry.
She's in so much trouble.
I got to say, when we got home, The house was immaculate.
Yeah.
The driveway was clean.
She was busy yesterday. I think it was just amazing to meet all of you yesterday. We talked quite a bit about a lot of things and found out some things and whatnot. It was just amazing to put names with faces, and it was just a pleasure to meet you all. I'm just so grateful that you all are part of this.
And I'm going to single two people out on that, Brent and Brandon. You guys are incredible. You're doing incredible things. And I mean, it was a pleasure to get to meet you guys. And hopefully we get to work together and put our heads together and see what we can do.
What is Alex saying? It's time to get an old school Motorola.
Pager.
Remember when I had two of those when I was younger, I think. Didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They went out before I was able to get one. So.
Yeah, that should tell you how old we are. Did you have one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Megan's too young to have one because, yeah. Good. I'm glad you had fun, Brent.
And normally the open discussion live feeds is wide open. Tonight's really no different. I mean, it could be wide open, but every once in a while we're going to have one that we have like a topic. And tonight I'm going to put a topic on it. And keep in mind, we don't have to stay on topic with this, but tonight's topic is kind of a double question. And I want to start by asking, where would you say is the single most important piece of property that you feel needs to be searched for Randy, and why that area? How does that area connect?
Right. That's a good one. I like that. True crime. Hi, hun.
Joanne wished she lived closer.
I know. True crime. You're such a beautiful family. Thank you.
And our family's extending to everybody out here as
Yes.
well.
Tamara says, remember the old car phones, only business people? Yes.
Yes.
Briefcases and yeah, they only had them.
The big bricks.
Yeah, the big brick phones, yeah.
See,
Or the bag phones. Oh, jeez.
my cousin, I started
remember that.
laboring for him before laying brick, and he had the phone in his truck.
Yeah.
And when his phone would ring, his horn would honk and his lights would flash.
Oh, that is pretty cool, though, to let you know. It's, yeah.
It'd be funny. He'd be up on top of a scaffold laying brick on a fireplace.
Yeah.
You see him go jumping down through there. But expensive, man. Those phones were expensive to use.
Back then, though, it was probably nothing compared to, the $1,000 iPhones and stuff like that now.
And Alex says, I wish we could access the caves. Always rumors.
Right.
And if you want to keep a list. See, the caves has always been, it's always held my attention. And maybe it's just because it's caves. Maybe
It is.
it's the rumors.
I'm the same way. I love the kind of,
Back in the 80s, I worked for a mobile phone carrier down in Kansas City. I remember the trunking that they had. It didn't have the mobile phone. They had trunking.
Brandon said it would be nice to clear Bishop's property. Yes.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. The septic tank and where they said they burned it. They burned the septic tank? Buried it. Megan, where's your glasses? I don't know. Because I can't. Yeah.
And going back to Brandon's on Bishop's,
Yeah.
I honestly don't think there's going to be something there, but I feel that it does need to be cleared. And I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but when another team was
Calling on the corner of Wood Road and 166th. It's been easily dismissed, but if it was highly, what did it say? Intoxicated makes it seem. Okay. Yeah. Write that down then. Anyway,
but
sorry.
When another team was denied access to the property and come out in front of the property and basically said the family could be hiding something, I don't think that was fair to the family at all.
No.
It was,
No.
in my opinion, unprofessional. I'm not trying to be that guy, but there's a million reasons why somebody's not going to let a stranger access their property.
Right.
And I just feel that wasn't fair to them. And it would be nice to be able to go in and clear that so everybody would know this area is clear. There's nothing there.
Yeah. Do you think if Randy is still in his car, what is the probability of him being in a field or an area on land? Or if this was the case, it only makes sense if he and the car were underwater.
See, we kind of discussed this at the meet, the probability of him being on land, and the issues with that.
Hang in there, Ponytail.
Is when you're driving around the area, there's not very many places you see that's going to hide a vehicle for almost 34 years. It's filled with tree lines. And if it's in a field, they're wide open. These fields aren't just out in the middle of nowhere with nobody around. There's a lot of people out there. They farm it. They've got animals.
So they're bound to come across something at some point, if there is. I mean, that's just common sense.
So me personally, I'm leaning toward him not being on land in a vehicle because of that. And
Hi, Samantha.
the more we're in the area driving around, the more I'm seeing this. And even the small bridges we've cleared, I mean, you're going to see anything that's down there.
Yeah.
And I also lean more towards him not being in the vehicle at this point as well.
Yeah.
And we still look into every possibility, every piece of information that comes in. It all gets looked at the same. But just me personally, I sent you a thing. Someone said something buried early in the morning the day after the party, and they said it looked weird. I just wonder if a person would really hide a body in a cave that has that easy public access at the time, and that many of the public knowing about the cave. That's a good point. But then the cave, some of these caves also has deep bodies of water inside of them as well.
Kansas River in his car. Yeah.
In the Kansas River, when we look at the drought, the lack of rain, the water levels, there would still be some areas on the Kansas River that would hide a vehicle. But as shallow as it is in a lot of areas, they're going to have to know exactly where to put it to keep the vehicle submerged because of lack of water at the time.
Yeah.
And it can't be ruled out, but it's very possible that his mom's car left the party before he did. He couldn't find his keys at the end of the night. That is a very big possibility. Yeah. If the car was disposed of at a junkyard or whatever, wouldn't someone come forward?
That would be wonderful.
You would think that, but people know what happened to Randy, and you would think they would have come forward after 34 years.
We talked about this yesterday at the meet. What has scared them into keeping quiet for 34 years? What is still scaring them? It's still scaring them. What is it? I mean, I think if we had that question, everything would be, we would know, but that'd answer a lot of questions, but yeah.
Yeah, because I think this coming Saturday makes 34 years that he's been missing.
Yep. 34, 35.
34. In fact, Saturday night, we are going to go ahead and do a live feed. Saturday makes 34 years that Randy's been missing, so we will do a live feed. We can kind of recap and go over the case.
Okay. Ponytail said, I can't read it.
I think the place I told you about, based on everything we know, what's been questioned, and that one particular psychic who hit on all of the pertinent points, especially the part at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Craig. Be nice to confirm what Harold said and look for evidence in the
Yes.
cave.
Yes. Ponytail, though, that's psychic. I'm telling you, that psychic was something else. Whew.
With the call and the drought, what are the odds of him hitting quicksand, and how long would it take the sand to take the car? That is a possibility there, and there's no way knowing how deep that.
Well, do you know offhand how long it would take
is.
for
I don't. We're
a
going to
car
have
or
to
a person?
check that out.
Here. Just write it down. I didn't even think about that being an option.
And it's funny because when you're fishing the Kansas River or any of the other rivers and you're fishing the sand barges, that's one thing you always
Yeah.
keep in mind of.
Anybody know that question or could answer that? That's a good question.
See, if Dan's still here, I bet Dan would know.
Has everyone searched? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Has anyone searched the cave and any water in the cave? We have not been to the cave.
No.
I would like to.
Yeah.
In True Crime, just got back on. What case are you on? We're talking
Mr.
about
Randy
Randy Leach.
That is a good question.
I think this when he said he was going to Texas.
I thought he was in Texas. Where's Bobby? He's in big trouble. I resent a couple of those to you if you didn't get the one about the shovel. What does it say? Let me know.
Okay.
The area I shared isn't and hasn't been any more populated in the amount of time, from when he went missing up until last fall. Oh.
And Jen, can I team up with you guys for the 34-year live on Saturday? I was going to do on Friday, but we could team up. That'd be
great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, guys, you heard it here first. Jen will be teaming up for the live feed on Saturday night. I'm excited about that because she does incredible. There's so many people on here that's just incredible. That everyone's incredible.
Yeah.
And with Kansas Missing and Unsolved, they had invited me not long ago to join them on one of their live feeds as well. So
hold on a minute. Ponytail, what are you talking about, honey? Because all I see is death. Are you okay?
You're not drinking again, are you, Ponytail?
Where's Katie?
Bobby and Mark.
I sent. And Missy said I sent. I sent both to you. Both of you. Oh, both of you. Both of you got it.
I thought Mark was on here.
No, Mark's not on there. Not unless he just.
It might have been Dan that I saw. Yeah,
No,
Dan.
Yeah. Dan, are you still on here?
So, Megan, out of the areas that's been searched and the areas that we know still need to be searched, what area do you feel is most pressing to search?
There's too many, right?
There's so many.
Yeah.
Oh, you be ready. I'm coming to you next.
Well, I'll answer mine right now. I want to go back to Stranger Creek.
That's what I was thinking.
Something about Stranger Creek is just pulling me.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say exactly where, but Stranger Creek for definite.
That's
For
what,
definite.
That's
for
what
sure.
I was leaning towards, a
Yeah.
stranger.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's the next question on that one. Knowing that with the drought and the water levels, still stranger?
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
But can you tell me why?
I don't know. It's just there's something about stranger that's pulling me. Because knowing that how we know stranger, how fast it floods and
geez.
fills up. I mean, it floods like that.
Yeah.
Granted, it was dry then, but wasn't it like a few days later is when they got that big flood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe he was there somewhere, and then all the rains came washing in and covered it.
What do you think?
Okay.
What-
With that, would it be the car? Would it be Randy, or would it be both?
I'm going to go just for him.
I'm just
I
saying
don't think
him.
they're, yeah, because as much as we know about Stranger, you and I doubt there's a vehicle there. I don't.
The place I'm thinking in particular,
Yeah.
which I'm not saying where.
Yeah.
I
Is it
don't-
where I think?
Yes.
Okay.
I truly believe there's no car there.
Oh, no.
The car to me
Yeah.
is completely gone.
Okay. That's what I was.
So is this the area that we recently acquired
Yes.
permission for?
Yes.
Okay.
Depend on natural spring. They're not. Oh, Brett.
I would say around Lenape Cemetery, try to find a bunker cave entrance. Now, we did swing by there
Yeah.
before the meet and kind of walked it,
Yeah.
and
And
it definitely needs looked at.
right. It's a very small cemetery, but it's enough that it makes you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Looks like somewhere you would be able to search to me.
Here's Mark.
Hey, Mark.
And the quicksand would depend on if there was a natural spring there or not.
Oh, okay. And what did True Crime say?
Looks like somewhere you should definitely search to me, stranger.
So we recently got permission, and they've asked that we let them know the day that we're going to be there so they can be there. Number one, know there's people on their property and what's going on. But number two, so they can come out as well. They have offered to help out where they can on it.
Yeah.
So we will be getting out there.
What did Tamara say?
I used to go kayaking in a small, shallow river, but there was a natural spring where you can jump in, and it was very deep.
Oh. Death was the answer to the question of why people are scared of this day. Y'all. What else did she say?
Brent, I was looking at a different map, a typo map, I believe, in that Lenape Cemetery looks odd. See, there, you can tell that's been there a long time.
Oh my goodness. I'm the type, I tend to do odd things kind of fascinate me every now and then. And I love looking at old headstones dating back to the 1800s or even further back. And they were everywhere in this cemetery. Some of just a year old or up to, almost 100 years old. But yeah, I love looking at the headstones, and that was.
You said they were all in pretty bad
And
shape.
whoever takes care of Lenape Cemetery, I hope you feel good about yourself, because it was a disaster. Stones, broken in half, flowers all over the place, the wind. I mean, it was horrible. I'm not going to go into detail, but they had 2 fresh graves, and you could see the shape of the coffin, and it just broke my heart. So
People been busy lately where I showed you need to get in contact with the new owner. Saying we have left multiple messages with them, and so far haven't been able to get in contact. Hopefully soon we will be able to speak with them. east and southeast of Lenox Cemetery is hilly and such. Yeah,
Yeah, it
there's-
was. Yeah. What did Missy say? She has a bone to pick with y'all. Y'all. Tonight, y'all is you two.
guys. Take it out on Chrissy, Missy.
Oh.
What did I do?
Here, I'm gonna put Chrissy's phone
No.
number.
Okay.
And Mark, how you doing, man?
Oh, wait. John said what? Oh,
Already
we
read
already
that.
read it.
Brent sent you something I'd like to help on. Chrissy, I love walking in old cemeteries and looking at headstones
Yes.
also.
It's I know it's probably kind of creepy and some people are just like, oh, have at it. But to me, just to see the history sitting there.
That's
Oh,
like Fort Leavenworth. with,
oh my goodness.
Cody.
We found you just said his name.
Buffalo Bill Cody.
We found we live, I mean, we could probably walk to Fort Leavenworth from where we are now, but we've lived here all our lives. And actually our grandparents are buried at Fort Leavenworth and our grandfather was in the Air Force and they have a plot up there. But anyway, the last time, God,
It was a long time
it was a long time ago, actually. Went walking around and we happened to stumble upon Buffalo Bill Cody's gravestone. It's etched in gold. I mean, it looks just like the rest of them, but it's etched in gold and I mean, it's amazing.
There's some crazy stuff found in Stranger when it was low. Start at that point, Megan, and then work your way downstream because it's going to get hung up again.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
What are you doing, boy?
Ticks.
Coming to say hi?
Yep.
You got to get your moment in front of the camera, don't you?
Yes, hello. Hello. You tell everybody hi?
Flanagan got off pretty easy. No help going to come from him.
Oop, oop. Hi, guys. How are ya?
And,
Hold on. Tex got a hold of it.
and
There we go.
Dan Flanagan was sentenced to 4 years and 11 months. I haven't found anything that mentions time served or anything along those lines. I know typically that is taken into account, but I did read he got 4 years and 11 months.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, if that's all you're going to get for murder, all right then.
Alex lives near Camden Point.
Oh,
see
you live
that?
near Camden Point, Alex.
Civil War Battle Cemetery.
Oh, my,
wow.
that is so cool.
I'm going to have to go out and
Okay.
see that sometime.
Brandon wants to know if Stranger is high at the moment. I can't.
I don't-
It,
At
it
the
wasn't
moment,
very.
it's
No,
not.
no.
Probably will be after the next few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got, it sounds like a lot of rain and storms, particularly Tuesday night coming in.
And Samantha, a slap on the wrist. Yeah, pretty much.
And how deep is it? Stranger, it depends. It's got some holes that I found that's 20 foot deep.
Uh-huh.
And then it's got areas, especially dry season, that there's no water in stretches, and what there is, you can walk
Yeah.
across.
Yeah.
I like it when it's down and dry because you find all the holes for catfishing.
Oh, Damien's on. Hey, Damien. Okay.
Yeah, it helped if Flanagan was in permanent.
Yeah. And then Michael left a message on your phone today about that is the person that's missing in Kokomo. Did you get that?
I don't think I got that one.
Brent, then I will try to figure that out tonight. I read somewhere that someone dumped him in the car at like the state line. Oh, wow. Oh, geez. I'm going to write that down. And ponytail. Typography. I hope I said that right.
Topography.
Topography. What is it?
Topography.
Map of Lynette Cemetery. Looks like there's a big square indent and then a perpendicular, skinnier rectangle indent. Oh. True crime. There are times I can see certain things without a doubt. At this point, I am not 100%, but I have the energy that is highly possible. He is there. If I am able to see clear, I'll let you know. Thank you. And she said, but Stranger Creek is a good place to go. All right, then. There we go.
And Michael, was it?
Yeah.
And Michael, my messenger on Facebook cleared out again this morning, and I still got to figure that one out. So I don't have that message you sent. So if you can, resend that. But yeah, we are still working on that case. And when we make it out to Indiana, I do have one, I believe, really strong area of interest. Then we have a couple more areas to search as well on that case.
And then Brandon wants to know, did Jeff Times say he went into a cave located in Lenape?
And I don't remember if it was Jeff Times. I think it was, but there was somebody who said that they did, and it was the entrance was hidden out by there that they had to set down and kind of work their way down into. Yeah. I've heard that in one of the podcasts months ago. I don't remember which one. And then I've also read it in those documents that's been released all over.
Keep your weather and Chrissy, you're part of y'all. Oh.
And at True Crime, off topic, but can you give any insight on Ariana Taylor? It's been a weekend of ups and downs. Yeah, any help on that case would be greatly appreciated. No, you don't. You keep your yucky weather. You sent me the cold weather and flurries. And it was nice and beautiful here today.
Yeah, almost 80. How far is the state line? And we could walk it.
Well, from here.
From here, we could walk it, but okay.
He didn't seem sure where he was. It was a cemetery.
Oh.
And Jen, I think someone recently asked me about her. Did she just become missing? Thanks for tagging me because you know I'm not good with seeing chat. But yeah, she's recently missing. And how far is the state line of a drive?
Look what Brent just wrote.
He said they walked from.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Hold on, Brent.
He said they walked from Flanagan's house through the cemetery to a cave entrance behind a bush.
Oh.
So that
lovely.
would be Lenape Cemetery because that's the cemetery that's right there.
Oh God.
And Mark, it was times through a cemetery, he said. So I thought it was him.
Yeah.
At Brent Holiday, I think based off of what he said, it was believed to be by Lenape. This may seem odd, but it could be either he went missing near Stranger Creek or something happened to him there. I feel like he's in the Kansas River. And Jennifer to True Crime, she's been missing for about a week. Yeah. And Brandon says 30 miles.
Yeah. Okay. Brandon Jeff Times said it was Sarcoxy Cemetery.
Write that
down.
Because that's another one that I want to go to.
Yeah.
Sarcoxy.
There you go, Denny.
Alex, where I live in Dover, Tennessee, is the Fort Donelson Natural Battlefield and Cemetery.
A lot of folks swear it is haunted by a Civil War soldier and claim to have seen him. There you go. He is all about the Civil War.
When we go to Tennessee, we got to go there. And Brandon, not too far.
Okay.
But not right close.
But he probably was too messed up to know for sure. Yeah.
Jeff Time says he was at the house across from Lenape with drugs and satanic
dear.
robes before going to cave.
Jeez. See, we didn't do that kind of stuff at parties when I was in high school. We drank, but never anything drug related or anything. I mean, but times were different, obviously. So, but
Okay, there was a comment up here.
give us 1 second, guys. We're going through the comments here. Denny's looking for something here.
Right here, you read the one you
Oh,
read.
the map, Lenape being weird shape, or
Well, it
the
looks like
indent.
there's a big square indent and then a perpendicular skinnier rectangle indent. I wonder if that could be the
Denny.
bunker.
Right. That's what I was. Oh, ew. Under a cemetery? Goodness. Don't dig too far.
Springwater Road and Highland Spring Drive. I ran this on my MapQuest. I could see a car upside down and tires.
Ooh.
Okay, this is the one in Indiana. So Springwater Road and Highland Spring Drive. We will definitely check that out, Michael.
Look what Brandon wrote.
And it would be hard to confuse entering a cave at Lenape versus entering the Loring Caves.
I'm sure.
Yeah. At the Sarcoxy Cemetery, all the headstones are closer to the road. Then the lot further back is bare, except one headstone in the far back left corner, probably a family plot.
But when you mentioned that, Ponytail, we actually have a cemetery here in town, not to get off topic, but I think I can answer that question. We have a cemetery here in town that was during the 17 and 1800s. And if you remember, the blacks were not part of society during the 1800s. They were considered slaves and whatnot. Well, the cemetery that we have, there's tons of headstones towards the front of the cemetery, but in the very back, there's maybe 10 or 11 stones. Those are black people. They were buried in that cemetery, but because of how things were back then, they had to be buried in the back while everybody else was buried in the front. It's the one right over there by Casey's. You know which one I'm talking about. It's on Eisenhower.
Yep.
But yeah, so maybe that might be it. I don't know.
It is unreal. Things used to be like that.
Brandon wants to know, where is Sarcoxy Cemetery? I don't know.
See, I've got it marked
Sounds
on my
familiar.
map. but
Very familiar.
We definitely need to go there.
Yeah.
though.
You see, I'm all for cemeteries. I'm weird.
We need to go there, and we need to go give Lenape a better look as well.
Yeah. Brandon, right. He passed 2 polygraphs.
Right.
Yeah.
Times past 2 polygraphs.
Yeah.
And Sarcoxy Cemeteries, that's the one at 190th and
Oh.
Intro.
Oh. 90%. I heard sewer. I'm not sure if he's in water. Give me one more time. Yeah, take your time, Len. Absolutely.
But Sarcoxy Cemetery is not within walking distance from the party. It's close to where I thought you all need to look. Okay, now I do know where it's at. It's down and around. And do you know if the area has a dampened electrical field?
What's
That I do not know.
Okay, dumb question. What is that? Dampened electrical field, Meg? No? Explain that to me, Tamara. Well, okay. She said, where power lines are close than normal and appliances don't last long. Oh, goodness. I didn't know that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Cole. Hi, Cole.
And any updates on Colton Barrera? That is another one that we are planning to come out and search on. And hopefully within the next few days, we will be able to kind of give an idea of when we're going to be out there.
Yeah.
But his case is another one that we will be doing an updated video on
Yeah.
this coming week. And Colton's case is another one that's just heartbreaking.
Yes. I'll send that pic to you of that. How do you pronounce that word again? Topography image. Why is that so hard for me? I want to say typography, but I know that ain't right.
Go ahead.
You should go to the Riverside Cemetery in Asheville. You would enjoy it.
Oh, okay.
We have an area in Nebraska like this with lots of unusual activity.
Oh. Ooh.
And that Jen, I asked, was Ariana alive or dead to clarify the big energy of death that I'm seeing. And I got the death card. Now let me see what
See
area.
area.
By the way, have never been wrong when I've seen death.
Oh.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Megan's over there. What did you eat? Because she's got she took a vitamin C gummy and she's got the super sour face. I'm trying really hard not to laugh at her right now.
Do you want to grab Ariana's file? Yeah, it should be one of the first couple ones in there. That was sadly expected, but was hoping for the best.
Yeah.
And Jen,
Huh?
What's your last name?
oh man,
Cabrera.
it's by first name,
Okay.
Ariana. And Jen, when I was going over that case, unfortunately, cases like that always, not always, but usually have a bad ending. And I was
Yes.
hoping not on this one. I don't call death when a family who I don't feel is involved is looking for their child. I don't think I should take hope from them. I'll just say the area that I'm getting. And how's Leanne doing with her injury? She didn't get to make it to the meet yesterday. The message she sent, she made it about halfway and it was bothering her so much she didn't feel she'd be able to sit with it bent for very long. So we're hoping and praying that her recovery happens quick for her. And getting kicked by a horse is painful. And I don't want to get into that too much.
They had the
until
coroner
she
out
can do
today.
her
Hours
reading.
later, it was discovered to be a silicone woman wrapped in a sheet. Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Oh. Oh.
Wow. And you just got to ask why.
Right. Somebody playing a really, really sick joke.
And that person, it's all fun and games, but when there's a family there looking for their missing loved one.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And Samantha's son guy is lonely tonight. There's why.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that until we actually started working on these cases, but we take it for granted every day that we know where our family is. We can call them on the phone. We can go and see them.
Right.
And some families, they don't get that, and it's not fair.
She said the family stopped the search to wait for info at the scene.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I can't even. Oh, goodness.
And that is sad, thinking you have answers, Samantha.
Yeah.
I'm not the one missing a loved one, and it ticks me off. I could only imagine the emotional roller coaster that they
I don't
were
want to
on.
imagine, as bad as that sounds, I don't ever want to have to deal with what these families have to go through. But since we've started doing this, I kind of feel like I go through it with them when they
You
contact
get
us.
connected to this.
Yeah.
And you start digging into the case and eventually it's part of you.
And Mark said, yeah, bad hoax. Yeah. It's not funny. I don't understand. How is that funny? How is that I don't get it. Anyway.
Ask Megan if that one message work came through this morning. I could already answer that. She did get that, and we have been going over that and kind of placing it with other information we have, and we will be getting in contact with you on that. But yeah, she definitely got that message today. I see multiple who heard Ariana. Let me see.
Oh, I'm not gonna. Don't say it.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. How old is she? Let me see
She
the file.
is.
Yeah, thank you. Do you realize it's not in here? You don't have her age in here.
I should have.
Mm-mm. You have her height. Wait. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yes, let's not worry about that. Law enforcement will worry about how. Let me try to see if it's water or land. Need to get charger. One second.
Right.
Sure, go ahead. Well, that was a trigger. Later, all blessings. Sorry. Oops.
What happened?
Read true crime statement right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah.
What was Taylor?
See right there. There's a doll wrapped in plastic.
Yeah.
That's what they found instead.
And the family literally stopped searching at the scene.
Brandon wants to know who all is going to Topeka on Thursday to support Alberta.
I am hoping to be able to go. I should find out tomorrow at work what our work schedule looks like. With this being off Friday, that's going to possibly throw in a lot more work for Thursday, and I won't be able to.
Why don't you just...
But I'm hoping to be able to be there, but I will know for sure tomorrow.
Flanagan got 4 years and 11 months. If they count time served, he will be back next March.
He will be out.
Will be out next March. I'm sorry. There's that slap on the hand again. Didn't Dad live in Gary, Indiana? Or was that Indianapolis? Indianapolis.
That's where I was born.
Yeah. And I agree, Sam. Sickening. To make it, Melissa's dad has appointments and she can't drive me. Oh, that's okay, hun. She was the one at the... Here, 23. Is that what she is now, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's been missing less than a week.
Okay.
It seems like Flanagan has friends in all the right places.
Yeah. Need some friends like that.
No.
And to me, it just points more and more further into the corruption on this. In true crime, I'm getting water, but I'm only at 75%. I like to be higher. Hopefully I could see more over the next few days. It also sounded like I heard sewer, but do they put bodies in sewers? But what I am 99% certain about is death. And that's no joke, Brandon, wondering just what that plea deal was.
Right.
Because to me, it looks like they would have had almost an open and shut second-degree murder
Yeah.
conviction.
Yeah.
And to go from second-degree murder all the way down to no contest on voluntary manslaughter, that is a huge drop.
And Mark makes sense. How can you shoot a person, leave them for dead in a field, and admit it and only get 5 years?
Yeah.
Well,
Like they said, they know all the right people.
no reason for a plea deal.
yeah. And true crime. Have you heard of a body in a sewer?
Yes, I have heard bodies being found in sewers. Corruption. Why would you plead it down if it was slam dunk case with
Yeah.
a witness? And if you go, there's been other cases to where something similar has happened, and it turned out that the prosecutor did not feel that they were guaranteed a conviction. So instead of letting the person walk, they gave them a plea deal where if you plead to this lesser charge, then we're not going to push the higher charge.
Yeah.
You know, I thought maybe that could be it, but with him admitting that he done this even before this, you know, it don't make sense.
No.
But don't the families have to agree? I did read that Constantine's brother was in court that day, and he was asking the judge to give him the maximum, and the maximum's like maybe 5 years or a little over. It's was it 90 something months?
I think so.
That's it?
And he didn't even get maximum on this. He got the
Oh my
4 years, 11
gosh.
months.
Welcome to Kansas.
Yeah, his comment, I hit what I shoot at.
God, jeez. Wow.
I just don't feel like Randy is in water off of any bridges with all the searching by boots on the ground and air the next day and the following days. And I agree with Alex that if he is in like Stranger Creek, it's not going to be right at a bridge. It's going to be somewhere where they could still access the creek, but it's far enough out of the way that's hard to get to. And with the low water levels. Now, if he's not in the vehicle and he's in Stranger, at the time he went missing, the water levels were low, which means you got easy access down the creek bed to go even deeper in and find a hole that still has water. At that point, you know that's a deeper hole.
Yeah.
That's even in a scenario that needs to be looked at.
Yeah. At Jen, okay, wow, so you live close by. I've never heard of a body in a sewer, but that's what I heard they do. Do they sell manhole covers on Amazon? I'm sure. Right, like it wasn't an accident. Yeah.
Someone drove somewhere where they knew it was deep and no one would find it. At Alex. But if he drove out of range where everyone thinks is possible,
Did you read Mark's?
I have to believe he is in a pond because the alternative is extremely disturbing murder conspiracy. And Mark, I hope that a pond is an answer. And this is where we got to be careful because there's still a lot that we're not, I guess, allowed to
Right.
really get into.
Right.
But stuff that we have uncovered in this is just mind blowing.
And true crime, that's a good question. I wonder if they checked any of the sewers during that time.
Well, she's talking about Ariana's case.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Would they even think to check sewers?
That's a good point.
I mean, yeah. Had someone check it, yeah.
Man, where was she missing from?
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana. You know, Indiana has had some really strange cases come from there as well.
What?
I searched for this young lady twice this week. There was a sewer-like thing. It was about 5 to 6 feet wide, wood slated cover that lifted easily.
Did you read Craig's?
He could have been put in a Texas post hole, which is an old septic system that is just a deep hole. They are illegal now and not used anymore. That is a possibility.
I like Jen's though. I've searched for this young lady twice this week. There was a sewer-like thing. It was about 5 to 6 feet wide, wood slatted cover, then lifted easily. Ooh, goodness.
Jen, unfortunately, I think that should really be checked.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody right there in that area that could do that.
I've never heard of a post hole either, but wow. Been hearing spot on. Why did Leanne say she got a warning? They're still around.
She didn't go into detail other than somebody had basically warned her to keep quiet after her interview with Adventures with Purpose.
And I agree with Samantha. I wouldn't want to volunteer for that job. I agree. And but their posts that question. Oh, sorry. Their posts that question again. Why are they told to keep quiet after so long now?
Because it's still happening. That'd be my guess.
I mean, that's the one thing that, yes, we need to find Randy and we have locations and information, but why are they still so scared? What's behind it? Who's behind it?
You also got to look at other people that have helped on the case, claimed that they were run off.
Yeah.
They were threatened. They were scared off. You've got several that died mysteriously.
Yes. And then Samantha, why didn't she report it? Did she report it? I don't think so.
At this point, I think, and I don't want to speak for Leanne, but when you look at the case and who you would report it to,
Yeah.
I would be
True.
worried reporting something like that
Yep.
there. And I hate that because I support law enforcement 100%, but I'm anti-corruption.
Mark, it gets very disturbing. Oh, yeah. But that's the one thing that just bugs me every day, practically. What are they so scared of? But who? I agree. Who is?
I get that, but did they call? Could she have gotten a number? Say that would be something that would need to be asked to her Linwood needs liberation.
Was it a letter? Could they have gotten DNA? Was it a letter? How did she get notified?
She didn't say.
Of course not.
She was really vague on it, just that she was told to keep quiet after that interview. Brandon's asking, John, are you local? And yeah, John is local. John is another person I wouldn't mind meeting up with.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't mind meeting up with everybody else.
Right. Right in that spot again. Megan's having technical difficulty over here. Why did you do that? You just like moved the whole computer.
Oh, my cord's under here.
Are you coming back? What are you doing?
And Brandon says same here. Brent is too. And yeah, we got to meet
Tex, get down, buddy.
Brandon and Brent and awesome people.
Oh, that was just...
It seems like a lot of people left town, joined the military soon after the party. Coincidence or not?
Right.
I don't think it was a coincidence.
No. Randy's probably would have been found. Okay. In a treatment plant by now if it was put in a sewer, you think? Oh.
Most
yeah.
likely, because as long as it's been. And John says, I'm anonymous, but I'm here. And Missy says she might try to call you tomorrow.
She did
She
thumbs
gave
up.
the thumbs up.
Yep.
So, not if it was a septic lateral line, you'd have to dig those up. That is true as well. And
Oh yeah.
basically, I think we're going to need to look at Stranger Creek from Linwood going upstream. Probably the way that creek goes around, we're talking miles, but the focus is going to need to be where the holes are up through the creek.
Yeah.
And keeping in mind that some of the holes that were there aren't going to be there today.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to come back to some type of GPR to fully search that.
Yeah. I asked my friend Betty to do a reading on it too. I'm sure she will. See her input. Let me know if. Okay.
Catfish.
Hi, Bobby.
is here.
The other rugrat is walking around trying to.
I'm sorry.
Trying to stay out from in front of the camera.
Yeah.
No, I was starting to get a little sleepy, so I had to get up for a minute.
But Catfish, the other rugrat, is the one that brought up, where's Bobby?
Yeah. Because she looked at me and we both thought it. So yeah. How dare you be late, sir? Gosh.
And if you could have been here yesterday, you would have met some great people.
Oh
at
my
that
goodness,
meeting.
Bobby.
You're right.
What else did you have on the second page? 91 today. Been playing on four-wheelers in the Gulf.
You know, we weren't far behind you. We were close to 80 today.
Yeah. Not 90, but it sure felt good.
I planted flowers.
Yeah,
so
she
I was
planted
happy.
flowers. So yeah, she was in.
You know, once you've got all your flowers done, you're going to have to do a quick video and show them off.
And then Samantha I wish I could have gone. I just want to help. I just want him to be found. Yes, ma'am.
And Brandon, 80 degrees, 90-mile-per-hour winds. Yeah.
I felt like it.
Oh,
I found what looks like big cracks in some of the farm fields and looks like cars have been dropped in those too. I swear the ground around here has to have high metal contaminants.
well,
That's a possibility
Yeah.
too. Put your coat on, Dennis. You're cold.
Mhm.
I'm not cold today, that's for sure.
okay. There is also a river a little east and north of Kokomo Highway 31 South.
We'll have to check that out as
Yeah.
well.
East and what?
East and north. And that's Kokomo Highway 31 South. Okay.
Catfish is late. He needs a whipping. No, Catfish needs to be told he's not allowed to fish for a week for being late
Yeah.
tonight. Okay, so we're going to need to go back to Lynette and give it a better look.
Yes.
We're going to need to go to Sircoxie
Mhm.
and give that a look.
Yep.
We need to probably that question get his input.
What? Quicksand?
No. Where
What?
his point of interest is. what he
Oh,
says.
yeah.
Catfish, we started with the question tonight. Where is the number one location that comes to mind that you feel that needs to be searched for Randy, and why that particular location? Do you have a location in mind that you feel needs to be checked?
Not north, south. Just south.
Just south. And Michael, I do want to get a hold of you again, talk to you on the phone about that case again.
Do you see Alex Catfish buying dinner when he makes it here someday?
Hey, when Catfish makes it here, we're having a big catfish fry. And that's something else that we're looking at doing at some point this summer, is having a fish fry and inviting any of the viewers that want to come in for that. And I don't mean viewers, any of our team
Text it
members
down.
here that want to
Get
come in.
down. Go on. Like an old woman like me. What?
Catfish says, that's a good question, Dennis. And Catfish right now, some of the areas we will be focusing on is Stranger Creek from Linwood to as far upstream basically as we can go. The Lynette cemeteries, Sircoxie Cemetery. There's some ponds.
Look what Mark wrote.
Randy is within 5 miles because he was so messed up he could not have kept the car on the road very long. If the pond theory is valid.
Right. For Randy, there was a kayaker. What is it? That was on Wakarusa River. She observed several old vehicles on the north bank. Oh, and it's on the map.
I'll write that down.
Okay, Michael, I have an appointment at 9 a.m. Call me about 11 a.m. Michael.
I'll be at work until I get off at 3:30 tomorrow. And Catfish, what? Me buying dinner? Okay, Mackie D, Kitty Mills. Hey, I want a kitty meal, but I want to keep the prize. I know this case out there in Indiana, Michael has done a lot of work on that case.
Mm.
And so again, guys, this coming weekend, we don't have a scheduled search, but there's one, if it comes through, we will be out. I believe at where the party was at the 200-mile.
Oh. at the party, a 200-mile radius. Oh, wow. Just put 200-mile radius at party.
And Brent and Brandon, when we get ready to search some parts of Stranger Creek, I want to get a hold of you guys. And if you guys are available, bring your kayaks out and come out with us on those searches. And yes, Jennifer, that spot has to get checked out. Wish someone could get us some drone footage of each car she saw so we can roll them out. Probably put in the bank to prevent erosion,
Yeah.
but have to put eyes on it. And Brandon sounds good. And catfish, no, Missy, I'd treat Dennis to a T-bone steak. Well, catfish, when you coming, man?
But yeah, that's probably pretty likely that it is erosion. We even have that over here by the Missouri River.
Yeah.
You can see cars sticking out of, out of the sides for that. So yeah.
And did you write that down?
Oh, the car's still.
Bobby says, "Hi, Megan."
Hi, Bobby.
Prime rib. Missy, oh wow, where's mine?
Oh, that was something. Bobby,
Uh-oh.
the other day
Uh-oh.
when we were getting that snow, when I was taking Brantley to school looking around, my car was the only one that had snow on it. So I'm blaming that on you.
It was the top of her car.
The other day when we got that little dusting
Yeah.
of snow, driving Brantley to school, I was looking around. Nobody had snow on their car anywhere but mine. So I blame that on Bobby because he sent it towards us.
And Michael, okay, I'm retired from CVS. I did a lot of driving, delivering meds to nursing homes and all over the state of Indiana. So he knows the area very well. Alex posted a Dodge 600 brochure, good for identifying car.
Right.
Yeah, that was very, very helpful.
Oh, you know what he said? Y'all know this. Here's a quarter.
Yeah.
Nice, Bobby.
And Mark says, yes, thanks for that, Alex.
Yes.
Because that brochure is very helpful.
Yes.
When questions are coming up about the National Geographic picture,
Did you want to talk about that?
he got that and was sharing that. And
You want to talk about that?
we did.
Where is it? That's right, Travis Tripp, Mark. I will be getting the Dodge 600 brochure to Dennis before the anniversary show. There you go.
All right on.
Nice. I will keep talking like that, Megan. I'll do a lot worse next time. Well, let him know that we have. Okay. I know that a while back we were seeing pictures of what we thought. Thank you, John. Attention to Randy's case is how this will be solved. Keep up the good work, everyone. Thank you, John. Remember when we had those pictures floating around that we thought, this might look like Randy and this, this looks really close to Randy. Well, we actually sent off for that. Yeah, it's shown.
Yeah,
For that National Geographic from 90, what's the year on that?
92.
92. We actually have it.
June of
Obviously.
92.
And the more we got to looking at this picture, it's not Randy. But I'm telling you, he is spinning. It's like his doppelganger. It's not even funny.
This is out of California,
See,
Hollywood Boulevard.
They're convinced that they're almost 100% convinced it's not Randy. I'm not 100%. And I think it still needs looked at.
Yeah. I enjoy your live feed. Hope to hear from you.
Yeah, I will
Thank you,
definitely get a
Michael.
hold of you, Michael.
Why can't we find out who these two guys are in the photo via Facebook? Oh, isn't there?
You know what? We can we can take their face, their picture, and you could even do like a Google search, picture image search.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had to see this for ourselves, so we got a copy.
Yeah, someone knows who they are or who they were.
Right.
I wonder if LiDAR has ever been used to scan bodies of water in the area. Scanning ponds with LiDAR could cover a lot of ground and knock out a lot of places to search. That would be a good tool to have.
Right.
To us, it looks like him, but I just relisted to the podcast where Alberta said it doesn't. A mom would know.
Right.
And Mark had a good point. I just felt that the National Geographic issue situation was not followed up thoroughly.
No.
Yeah, I think it. I know Alberta did make the statement that this ain't him, and nobody's going to know that more than her.
But see, Ponytail
that is
just
so.
Yeah, someone tried to contact the photographer years ago, but with no
Yeah.
luck. And yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, and one person said that this guy was basically like a contractor through National Geographic,
Yeah.
and somebody else at National Geographic said, no, he's actually one of our photographers on staff.
Right, and yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was Campbell, or was it Nye? I think it was Campbell that reached out to them.
Yeah.
And the first number they gave ended up, it wasn't the photographer's number.
No.
The second number was, and he left several messages and never heard back.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the name.
Yeah, that's his name. It lists the name of the photographer in the issue.
So we will be continuing on that as well to try to, if nothing else, identify who this is, to either put it to rest, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I was going to make a Facebook page for trying to identify these two persons of interest. Just been super busy this last week. See, and Alex is another one I really want to meet up with. Incredible. Hell, I want to meet everybody.
Move Alex to finally put to rest. Yeah. Right.
Saying, I think I've covered everything I had on here
Yeah.
covered tonight.
Yep. Mm-hmm. If you guys ever in Vermont,
See, if we're up there, we would
What?
definitely come around you.
how cold is Randy now?
Or how old?
How old? Oh my goodness.
Let's see. So
He would have been in his
33.
no.
He was 17 in 88.
Alex, party at Dennis's place.
As of this coming Saturday, I believe he would be 51. Would that be right? 50, 51.
Yeah, that's
somewhere
about
in there.
right. Yeah.
Party at Dennis's place. Hey, there will be at some point this summer, we're going to be doing a fish fry here that you guys will be invited to, 52-ish.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
Saturday would be 34 years, and he was 17 years old. That would be 51.
Well, Mark, he was
1970
born in
birth year.
1970s, so. Yep.
And
Well, I just can't get over the fact that now that I'm sitting here looking at that number, wow.
he's been missing for basically twice the amount of time that he was there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just mind blowing. No family
Wow.
should ever have to go through that.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, you guys got anything else? 7/25/1970 is his birthday, July 25th.
Goodness. Well,
So guys, keep in mind this coming Saturday night. Jen, if you're still here, what would be the best time for you to do that Saturday night? And Damien, you have a good night. Because Saturday does make 34 years that Randy's been missing. We're going to be doing a live feed that night. Jen is going to be joining us on that live feed. 52. He was 6 years older than me.
7:27. Oh wait, what? 7:30 is normal. I can't read that. What is it? What'd she say?
7:30, like normal.
Okay.
Time.
Okay.
So 7:30 Saturday night, we'll be on here. Jen will be on here, and we will go over the case and, for lack of a better word, commemorate the 34
Right.
years.
We don't want to, but 34 years. Goodness. Okay. All right. Oh. Good night, John.
Hope as many as possible go to the Capitol to support Alberta.
Yeah.
And what day is that? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday at 1:00.
Thursday.
Thursday?
It's the 14th.
Thursday, the 14th at 1 p.m. Anybody that can make it to the Capitol in Topeka to support Alberta as she hands over the signatures to the governor, asking that they bring in a independent cold case investigative team, basically to investigate this case. So anybody that could be there to support her for that, please do. Just go through Streamline. Okay, not a problem.
StreamYard. But look what Mark just wrote. Or Michael, excuse me.
There are
51 public records of Randy.
Wow.
Goodness.
Popular name.
Yeah.
So anybody that could be there Thursday, 1:00, please do. We will be trying to get there ourselves if we can get out of work.
Yeah.
I know she's going to be busy. They're going to be busy there Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if Easter coming up, I guarantee you we're going to be hit hard at where I work. So thank you, Mark.
And so, guys, with that, okay, then not this weekend, but soon we need to do our video chat.
And see, Mark replied.
Will do. So with that, guys, you guys stay safe. Have a good week. And we will see you guys Saturday night. Don't forget, we've got several other videos that's going to be released this week. So you guys take care, and we'll see you down the road.
Bye.